right, and we'll show you real quick. Here's Skyfire on the Treo Pro, and I'm showing you this, not as a recommendation that you should get Skyfire, because I think it's a beta still, and there's definitely some cool stuff in it. And, you can watch the Skyfire videos we did a few weeks ago, or I guess it was longer than that now, a month or so ago, to find out more about Skyfire. But just to show you the capabilities of, even what I've been calling in this review, kind of more of an entry-level type smartphone, I guess, or, a Windows mobile phone that's maybe not for the power user. But, the thing about Windows Mobile is there's so many applications available. And if you just want kind of, the best web browsing experience possible, again, I might say that you'd want to go with Opera. But one of the cool things that Skyfire can do is it can handle Flash content, and it can handle streaming media. And so here's Hulu on the Treo Pro on, this isn't some trick. This is Hulu.com live on the Treo Pro on Skyfire Beta. And we'll do a clip here from, we won't do that one, from Lie to Me. I've never watched this show. I don't know if it's any good. But I didn't want to get into any content there that might not be suitable for the family. And so here it is, streaming live. We'll zoom in.
The following program is brought to you with limited commercial interruption by the University of Phoenix.
A little free ad for University of Phoenix there. Sorry about that. And here you go. Here's live streaming Hulu content running on the Treo Pro over Sprint's network. Not perfect, a little bit of stuttering. I'm wondering, on a Wi-Fi connection might be a little bit better.
Are you kidding? I finished my last final and took the first flight I could get. They're gonna freak out.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of buffering. But anyway, it works, and it's crazy the stuff that you can now do on these devices. So, there's some nice Windows Mobile rendering issues. Isn't that special? The phone is loaded up with a bunch of extra software, which I personally wish it didn't really have. Wall Street Journal app, and there's some other stuff up there, Sprite backup, all this stuff that, I don't know, I just kind of consider it all bloatware. Some of it's useful depending on your personal needs, but I would just as soon, start with a device that has less stuff on it, and just do it yourself. It's got GPS. You can use the Sprint navigation, $3 a day. You can also use Google Maps with it. It's Sprint TV compatible, Sprint Music Store compatible, so you can get to all the Sprint goodies. So we'll show you a little Sprint TV right now, a little demo of it.
Watch your favorite channels while you're on the go with the news.
And it works fine. I'm not a huge fan of mobile TV myself, as you may know if you follow my videos and stuff. But if you are, the service works. Relatively zippy. The connections are good, and you can get your mobile TV on if you're willing to pay for it. So that's all right. Let's see what's happening on. Let's see what's happening on the NFL Network. NFL 2003 review. There you go. I mean, if you don't need another reason to sign up for mobile TV, it's right there. NFL 2003 review. You can catch up on what happened 6 years ago in the NFL. Let's go. Office Mobile. And so again, this is where, the benefits of Windows Mobile, but then you're kind of hamstrung by the smallish keyboard. I personally found that I wanted to just try typing with just the very tips of my thumbs or my fingers. And when I let myself just type full on with the pad, and not worry about trying to not hit two keys at once, but just type a little more normally, I had a better, somebody told me if I go jumps instead of jumped, then I can not have to type the word sheep. You know what I'm talking about? The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy sheepdog is what I always type because it has all the 26 letters of the alphabet. But if you change jumped to jumps and take out the word sheep, You still get the S, and you don't lose your E and your D, because you got E in the and D in dog. So thanks for that tip. I forget who it was. Anyway, so the Office Suite works well. It's again, it's just a funny thing. The phone works just fine. Everything works fine. The processor's fast enough for most things. It's got Wi-Fi built in, as you can see. It's got 3G, Bluetooth, all that stuff you expect. Camera on the back, no flash, but that's all right. But it's just kind of a funny mix of a really nice form factor, but just some of those features that Windows Mobile power users will be missing. And I think that users who are attracted to the form factor, people looking to save a buck and they maybe want to get into a smartphone for the first time and just want kind of basic email and calendaring and messaging. So for just kind of a basic, usable, kind of first smartphone, and you want your email on the go, you want to sync to your calendar, maybe you want the corporate Outlook sync capability and that kind of stuff. And you're really just looking for kind of something that's pocketable, easy to use, and I don't know Windows Mobile if I would say it's the easiest to use right now, but something that's pocketable and stylish and isn't going to cost you too much. That would make the Treo Pro a compelling option. But for anyone else, and even for that kind of user who, isn't used to using a smartphone and they get into the small keyboard, they might run into trouble. But then anybody else, kind of the more hardcore phone fans, again, like I said, it's hard to recommend this one when you know what's coming around the corner. So, so there you go. So, overall, I have to say that the Treo Pro is an interesting device. It's kind of hard for me to recommend it at this point, just because there's this whole new wave, like we said at the beginning, of devices coming out. Both, the Palm Pre, obviously, the next wave of Palm and Sprint devices, their new flagship, and then a new wave of Windows Mobile phones coming out that are either going to launch with 6.5 or 6.5 ready. So the Treo Pro kind of slots in a funny place. It's not quite a powered user's phone, I don't think, because of the size and resolution of the display and the size of the keyboard. It's kind of more like a Centro that runs Windows Mobile. But then again, its price point and its form factor make it kind of attractive. It's much more pocketable than an HTC Touch Pro. It's less expensive as well. And unless you're doing really hardcore work on it, it'll work fine for 6.1. So I think if you're if you really need a new Windows Mobile phone right now and you like the small form factor, or if you're just looking for a smartphone that can connect to to maybe to your Exchange server, and you want something that you can plug headphones into. It's got that, like I said, 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom, so you can listen to music and stuff. And you're on Sprint, or you like Sprint because the service works well in your area and their price points are obviously attractive. That's how I could see the Treo Pro being for you. But for the hardcore phone geeks, I'd say let this one go and take it as hopefully a sign of more good stuff to come from Palm and Sprint in the very near future. Or, wait for the new round, like I said, of HTC and other devices coming out with Windows Mobile 6.5, hopefully very, very soon. Alright? So till next time, I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, we're going to be at CTIA in Las Vegas. We meaning me. I'll be out there starting Tuesday, March 31st. All the news, all the new phones, all the crazy stuff from the desert. So tune in, and in the meantime, head on over to our new Facebook page. Facebook keeps redesigning stuff. We're trying to keep up with him, but the OnePod Bandit still works. So go spin. You might win a phone. All right, till next time, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.